What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Surfing the Stream, where every week we are on a quest to find out what is the greatest movie of all time. I am Matt Primo, joined by, I was going to say something nice. Beforehand, I was going to say something nice, and the little pre-show segment that we had, you know what? It all went out the window, okay? I'm about to get some new help on here, guys. Josh Primo.
What's up, bitches? The dog would start fucking barking as soon as you started talking.
This dude's over here like, I'm ready to go before the kids get home. Let's fucking record. And this dude gonna fucking open up a bill like you gonna fucking pay bills while I'm recording a podcast. God damn, man. Hard to find good help around here. But we are back this week, and we are here to review, no spoilers for my review, but I'm going to spoil it, one of my favorite movies of all time, and that is Robocop. Been watching this shit since I was a fucking kid. You know, when I was watching this, and like the shootouts and whatnot, I thought to myself, damn, what's it say about mom that she let me watch this before I was like 10 years old? Because I watched this when I was young, and I don't regret any of it. But yes, Robocop is what we're reviewing today. But before we jump into that review, there are links down below. It sends you to our social media accounts, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. While you're there, like, subscribe, follow, do all that good bullshit. It really helps us out and gets our name out there and grows the podcast. So whatever you can do to help us, we would greatly appreciate that. There are also links to our Patreon and our merch. Go buy you a hoodie while you can. And I think that's all trying to get all the housekeeping out fairly quickly. Let's jump into Robocop. It is set in a dystopic and crime-ridden Detroit. A terminally wounded cop returns to the force as a powerful cyborg haunted by submerged memories. I'm not going to lie, I didn't write that synopsis, but I'm pretty sure we could have came up with a simpler synopsis than what I just said. Like, terminally wounded, cyborg, submerged memories. I'm really surprised you didn't say anything about the synopsis that I just said, considering how you are.
I'm stuck on the cyborgs.
This guy said dystopic.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Right? But I want to find out. This movie was directed by Paul Verhoeven. I probably said that wrong. Go fuck yourself. He also directed Hollow Man, Starship Troopers, Showgirls, Basic Instinct, and the OG Total Recall.
That's be pronounced Verhoeven.
Verhoeven? Did you really? Damn.
Suck on that bitch.
What? So how do you know this?
Because the H is silent in that.
You know what? I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave it alone. This guy right here. Budget of $13 million, and it grossed $53.4 million. It stars Peter Weller, Nancy Allen, and Dan O'Hurley, but maybe the H is silent there, so maybe it's O'Reilly or something. I don't know.
Don't be mad because I'm smarter than you bitches.
The H is silent. This motherfucker. It has a runtime of 1 hour and 42 minutes. What were you going to say?
I said, if I tell you to suck my dick, would that be silent?
It's kind of like a small sound, I guess you could say. So might as well be silent.
It carries the little D.
This movie was released July 17th, 1987. So I actually only have like 3 fun facts. A lot of the fun facts revolve around how uncomfortable the suit is, and then a lot of them were just miscellaneous and just they weren't that interesting to me, which is kind of crazy considering how much of a classic this movie is. Most shots of Robocop and the police car show him getting out or preparing to get in. Peter Weller didn't fit into the police car in full costume. When he needed to be in the car, he wore the top part of the costume and sat in his underwear. To maintain the illusion that Robocop wears the entire suit while inside a car, most shots show his robotic feet exiting first. The film was submitted to the MPAA 12 times before securing that R rating. And then the last one was, while set in Detroit, 22 locations in and around Dallas were used for filming. The only actual showing of the Motor City itself is in the opening, and that was stock footage. So,
That's gotta make you feel good to be a Dallas guy. Well, your city looks as shitty as ours.
right? I think that's a big old shout out to Sister over there, right?
Roll Tide.
So, it's not really a surprise what I think about this movie. I'd say it was one of my favorite movies of all time. But you've never seen it before, correct?
No, I didn't live under a fucking rock. Of course I've seen this movie before.
I thought you said you never saw it before when I was talking about wanting to watch it.
No. Hell no.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I have my opinion about you has slightly improved. I was like, how did this motherfucker go through life without watching RoboCop? But you know what? Hey, whatever.
I don't think that'd be possible, sir.
Well, you'd be surprised. All right. Well, fuck this. Damn. I thought you've never seen it before. So what do you think about RoboCop?
I don't fucking like this movie at all.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, fuck this movie, man. It's bullshit.
How the fuck do you... How?
I just fucking with you. Fucking movie's great, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was about to book a flight to fucking Georgia.
This guy got pissed. Like I called out one of his kids or something.
I'd be less pissed about that.
I didn't realize her name was Hover. Whatever the fuck the director's name was.
You done fucking forgot it.
Oh, here it is.
Verhoeven.
Yeah, the H. You know, as I look back on this movie, I feel like this movie is what you compare anything else to. I mean, like the shootout scenes, the action, and I'm not a sci-fi guy, so this is what like I would base all my opinions on sci-fi. Is if I felt like this may have paved the way. Would we have ever had Terminator without this movie? I think not. RoboCop is the OG first cyborg.
I think Terminator came... What year did Terminator come out in?
I didn't research my fucking comment. I just made it.
I'm pretty sure it came out in 87.
I mean, I could have fake news. It doesn't matter.
Of course, my tabs aren't working. I'm pretty sure it came out in 87. Because then
it just has that. Man, it just has that 80s, early 90s action film nostalgia to it that you just can't reproduce anywhere else.
No, I agree. I think there are lots of influences. I think that's what you were trying to say earlier. I was kind of confused as to what the point you were trying to make, but you were like, it paved the way, so I understand what you're saying now. Lots of influences from this movie throughout. I'm not entirely sure about the Terminator thing. I'm pretty sure that came out in 87. And then Terminator 2 came out in, 91? 92? Something like that?
Yeah.
Not 100% sure. But anyways, this movie is fucking just incredible. Incredible. I actually noticed something the first time. This is the first time that I've really noticed it. And
84.
Terminator came out in 84?
1984.
Well, fuck.
I was way off on that one.
I was a little off myself. But
Didn't
no,
realize that movie was that old.
Like I said, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. This is in probably my top 25 movies ever. And it's something that I can rewatch every single year. It's been probably 2 years since I've watched this movie, actually. And, you know, it's different when you go into it with the mindset of critiquing it and looking at it with a critical eye. Honestly, with that being said, I love this movie now more than I previously did, watching it with a critical eye. Going into this, I thought it was like a more serious take on like the dystopian Detroit, and it has like that mega corporation aspect to it where it doesn't really care about the employees and shit like that. And then they have the police controversy shit that goes along with it. I thought it was like super serious, but when you actually pay attention to this movie, it's got some fucking humor to it, and it's got some 80s cheese to it as well. Like, we have great one-liners. What? You're looking at me puzzled.
This guy just used dystopia in a sentence. I've never been so hard in my life.
Yes. But like the shootouts, it's just over the fucking top. It's so cheesy. And like, if you're watching this on video, he gets shot and he does like he's having a seizure. He's fucking...
That's where Mel Gibson got it from, dog.
So, yeah, I absolutely love this movie, and I'm interested in and kind of diving into it a little bit more with you. So, I guess the first thing, now that I've mentioned the humor and whatnot, let's talk about his first night on scene, which is the Robocop, which, by the way, his costume is just iconic to me, and it is just perfection. Just perfection. What you would imagine a robotic cop being, half human, half robot. This is what I couldn't think of any other outfit or costume for him. But anyways, his first night, there's the store owners are getting robbed, and RoboCop just comes in there all fucking chillax and shit, and trying to save the day, save the robbery. But the dude, like, fucking comes in and just wrecks the fucking place and shoots a...
Thanks for saving me $100, which just cost me $20,000 in damaged product. Right.
Like, bro, I only had $20 in that fucking cash register, man.
Yeah.
And then he's trying to stop a raping, and he shoots the dude straight in the dick.
Straight through the girl's pants. I was like, I never noticed that I could see that before. That what?
Huh. I'm going to rewatch it.
Why did we hear an echo when it shot through your legs?
Some fucking just flew out. That's what he was trying to do. He was going hunting.
But back to the robbery real quick. Dude, I love in that scene how every movement he makes is a robotic sound behind it. It's like... And then he slams the people.
Wait, hold up. How the fuck does it go?
That's a one-time, dog.
I love that you even got like the swinging door aspect of it.
Don't mess with my dystopia.
Right. So another thing, the theme song. The theme song. One of the greatest theme songs of all time. Bar none. It is so fucking good. And, it took a little while for the theme song to actually get played. And to be completely fair, some people will say, oh, the theme song might be played too much. It's not played enough. Not played enough. Like, they could play that theme song more throughout the movie, and I'd be perfectly okay with it.
Like, every time he got out of the car, it should have been playing.
Right? Just anytime he fucking does like anything cool, fucking play the fucking theme song, which is the entire movie. So I digress.
I want to ask you one thing on this movie, and this has bugged me forever. Why the fuck does a robot eat baby food?
I don't really understand. Maybe because it to fuel like the brain that he has, like the actual human part of him. Maybe they need the baby food to actually keep that portion alive. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a butthole, so where does it poop out at?
Well, he doesn't. How do you know he doesn't have a butthole?
Oh, I scoped him out.
I've seen videos. Maybe he has like, like those ashless chaps that has like the like you remember watching like the cartoons or some shit, and it has like a square right there with the ass, so they don't have to take their clothes off. They can just bloop, zip it, and fucking take a shit, and then zip back up.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, you fucking do. Fuck you. Anyways,
I'd like to
I'm
hear more
assuming
about your assless chaps.
maybe he has like a button and he just pushes it and it fucking opens a swing door.
I think that's called a girl. Guy said, it's like Mr. Potato Head at the swing door.
Yes. Yes, just like Mr. Potato Head.
That's fucked up.
It's just fucked up. But it makes sense. And in terms of like characters, I think all the characters are fairly unique, and you can kind of distinguish one between the other. I actually think they do a good job of developing RoboCop over the course of the movie. You know, Murphy maybe not so much, but they kind of use both to as the one character. So he's mainly 2D, but they do a decent enough job of giving him conflict throughout. And we get just enough of his backstory to like make us care, and the fact that humanizes a non-human character, so to speak. But then we have, you know, old Dick, who's just like this idiotic villain. So idiotic that he makes a fucking confession tape. Like, bruh, like you're so fucking stupid.
This guy said,
And then I forget the dude's name. He's in there. He's trying to bang the two chicks, and he's snorting cocaine off the girl's tits and shit like that. I thought he was a unique enough villain, if you want to call him a villain, I guess you could say. Not a likable character by any means, but I liked for the most part all the characters in here. I don't have one that I just absolutely dislike. And then we have I'm just gonna call him Red. Red's character in the fucking movie. You know, Red from that 70s show?
Yeah, I never knew his name was Kurtwood.
Psh, who the fuck cares about that?
I mean, I'm sure he does.
Yeah, fuck him. He is obviously right next to RoboCop as the most memorable person in the entire movie, as memorable character. He is so over the top, but also like menacing at the same time. It's like a delicate balance, and he's able to do that.
I 100% agree with that. I will say probably one of my favorites on the show for some reason.
On the show, like
I mean, to like
completely
the
on the movie. Okay, just the movie itself.
No, I think I like him in a lot of stuff he does, but I don't know, man. That's not the first time he's been a villain in a movie, and I think he plays the villain very well.
Yes. I don't know of any other movie that he plays other than Red. What other movies is he in? But obviously this is the only one that matters. Okay, other than Red.
Damn. Broken Arrow.
Is he in Broken
Star
Arrow?
Trek.
Damn.
Firestarter. F is for Family. Suits. The show.
Yeah, I've never watched any of that shit.
He's in a lot of not known stuff.
Not known stuff. Let's talk about some of the good one-liners. I don't know what you wrote down, but two of the most iconic one-liners in the entire movie, Dead or Alive, You're Coming With Me. Just absolutely fucking badass. Just fucking badass. And then the hilarious one, I'd buy that for $1. Like, I use that on a regular basis in my life. But another part of that, like that cheesy humor that kind of comes out with the movie. I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place, guys. My notes aren't fucking organized, so go fuck yourself. When they're introducing the ED 209, and you know they're doing the little presentation in the office, old dude gets capped. And did you notice like everybody's pretty chill afterwards? Like no one really even fucking gives a shit that this dude just got bombarded with fucking bullets. And even the head honcho is just like, Dick, I'm very disappointed in you. Like,
this is going to be a workman's comp claim.
God damn it, Dick. yeah, man. Overall, I love this movie. It's one of those. It's just one of those. It's weird to say, but it's like a feel good movie for me. It's just something I can put on and just fucking just turn my brain off and just enjoy the shit out of it. And honestly, even looking at it from a critical perspective, there's not much wrong with it. I mean, it does pretty much everything right. I mean, score is great. The theme song is great. The acting, for the most part, is great. But I'm biased. I'm a dick rider for this movie because I've been watching it for so long. But personally,
my favorite...
I don't think there's... Do what?
Go ahead.
I'll say, personally, I don't see anything really wrong with this movie.
No, I agree with you. My favorite scene of this whole entire movie is Paul McCrane's character. He's the bad guy with the goatee in the movie. Wears the leather jacket all the time. When he crashes the delivery truck into the acid and he's walking back and his face is dripping off and shit. And then the car hits him and you see like his body turn to water for some reason.
That shit was fucking dope. Now, when I watched that, I forgot that this director directed Total Recall. So if you look kind of closely, the design is very similar to the what character was it? It was towards the end of the movie. I don't know if have you ever seen Total Recall?
Yeah, the chick had 3 tits.
Yeah, 3. It's funny that that's the thing you remember.
That's the one thing about it.
There's a character in that movie that he's kind of like for the initiate. I thought he's kind of like Krang from Ninja Turtles, where it has like the little baby and the big ass dude. You remember that? The design of it in the prosthetics are very similar to this dude's face when he gets hit by the car.
Oh, okay.
Fucking great scene though. Love that scene.
It was, man. It's just like, I watched it again and I was like, I totally fucking remember when I'd seen that as a kid.
This shit was fucking gross.
It was, man. It was just like dripping off and I was like, that's epic.
Shout out.
I was like, you lucky son of a bitch.
I've always found that to be like an awesome scene and good prosthetics for sure. But answer me this: why would there be toxic waste at an abandoned mill? Like they just left it there. So it's like old Detroit. It's old Detroit. So what the fuck do I know?
It's like the flimsiest fucking container ever.
Right. Dude fucking just slaps it and fucking just
trickle, man. That shit.
It was a gusher.
Shout out. I'll give you right. I felt obligated.
And then before we cap and try to give our final thoughts on it, I'm gonna end it with anyone tries to stop me, the old geezer gets it. I was like, I can't believe that line's in here. But you know what? I'm gonna allow it.
Yeah.
Just so fucking good, man. I fucking love this movie. What would you rate this movie, sir? Give me your final thoughts.
I'm going to have to give it a 5, man. I think the nostalgia's there. It carries its weight over time, man. It was good in the 90s when we watched it, and it's still fucking good today.
Dude, I'm flabbergasted. You gave it 5 stars. I never would have pegged that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. It's what the 80s and 90s were about in some of the movies, and it was just done so well. It actually works, even all these years later.
You do surprise me every once in a while.
Yeah, little finger in the ass. Good movie,
right? A little Shanghai surprise. But yes, I'm gonna give it 5 stars as well. I think it's a perfect movie, honestly. I have no complaints with it. It is the embodiment of the 80s, and I don't know. When I think of 80s and 90s movies, Robocop is one of the first movies that come to my mind, and it's just everything about it is just absolutely perfect to me. But yeah, guys, let us know in the comments below what you think about Robocop. Is it one of your favorite movies of all time? Do you fucking hate it? You're wrong, but by all means, leave a comment down below, and we can definitely discuss how wrong you are there. But that's going to be it from us. Next week, we are going to be reviewing Sound of Freedom. That is the movie with the guy that played Passion of the Christ. It revolves around sex trafficking for children. Going to be an interesting review. Very interesting. But y'all stay tuned for that. Go watch it if you want to. If not, stick around for our review, and we will catch y'all next time on another episode. Laters.
Laters.